Hi, we're here with presidential candidate Owen Messenger. What makes you the best candidate for the presidency?
Well, I actually listen to what the people want. I listen to the majority of their voices, and I respect the opinions of the minority at the same time.
That's great. Order. So how has the campaign been different from what you expected it to be?
Well, initially I thought it was going to be really easy. I thought it would just be a breeze and that I'd just say what I felt, and then that would be that. I didn't realize how big of a role politics actually plays in politics. My opinion doesn't automatically mean that's my party's opinion. And at first it was a little difficult realizing that, but I think I got it under control, and I think it's going well. So.
Well, that's good. What is your stance on marijuana?
As I said in the last debate, I'm pro-medical marijuana, and I believe that eventually recreational marijuana will be legalized, but I believe that should be up to the states right now because as with gay marriage, there are some states that are just against marijuana. So,
What's your opinion on equal work, equal pay?
well, I believe that men and women, if they're doing the same job, they should get equal pay. It shouldn't matter that they are different sexes.
You haven't really spoken much on your stance on immigration. What is your opinion?
Well, people shouldn't be entering the country illegally, but we realize that many of them do. Exporting them would be a very difficult and expensive procedure. I believe we should try and allow them to come here, more of them to come here legally, because it would help stimulate the economy. And the jobs that they do take, which is one of the main problems people have, they take the jobs that most of our citizens don't really want to do.
What is your stance on gay marriage?
I realize that many states have diverse opinions about this, so I personally appreciate gay marriage, and I believe it's everyone's right to marry who they want to marry, but I also realize that some people don't feel that way, and that some states predominantly don't feel that way, so they should have the right to choose for themselves, and eventually it may become a federal issue, but right now I believe it's up to the states.
You said that the basic income was meant to affect anybody over the age of 18. Have you made any changes to that?
When I said that, I actually misspoke. What I meant to say is anyone who's over 18 and not a dependent of anyone else.
Do you plan on raising taxes for the top 1% of America?
The top 1% has so much money. It's all just sitting in banks. I mean, not all of it, some of it's invested in things, but they have money to spare, and they're using loopholes. I want to stop these loopholes. It's my party's view that we don't necessarily need to raise the taxes, but we need to eliminate their availability of escaping the taxes, because there's so many taxes on them already, but they're paying just a fraction of that. If we could just reduce the amount of loopholes they have available, we'd be set.
Got it. Thank you for the interview.
Thank you for having me.
I'm here with candidate Owen Messenger of the Mr. Dependable Party. I'm going to ask him a few questions today. First question involves international affairs. What do you believe America's role is in the world?
America's role in the world is not the police force. We are not responsible for everyone else's actions, but we are a superpower. And with that does come some responsibility. We aren't necessarily there to make sure everyone does everything right, but we do need to be there to guide countries that are struggling or that do need help. So,
The big issue we have today is national debt. Do you believe we should be cutting certain programs or putting more money towards certain programs?
there are certain programs that overlap, and we need to condense them all into one program. Once we do that, we'll free up some more money, which we can put into other programs that need more money. So,
Some people believe that their tax dollars should not be used to support something that they don't believe is right. Gay marriage would entitle gay couples to typical marriage benefits, including claiming a tax exemption for a spouse, receiving Social Security payments from a deceased spouse, and coverage by a spouse's health insurance policy. What do you plan to the U.S. population who does not support gay marriage?
Not everyone has the same viewpoint in this country. Not everyone agrees on the same thing. And as for people not wanting their tax dollars to go to something they don't agree in, people's tax dollars go to things they don't agree in all the time, like the military. A lot of people don't like the military, think we should have a smaller military, but that doesn't matter. Money from their taxes is still going to the military. If some of their money is now going to gay marriage, well, they can be upset with that all they want. It's still going to happen.
Candidate Owen Messenger, I appreciate your time today answering my
Appreciate
questions.
you having me.
So I'm here with Owen Messenger. He's from the Mr. Dependable Party, and we're just going to be asking Owen a few questions today. Let's see what he says. How you doing, Owen?
Pretty good. How are you?
Good. A lot of people's main concern right now is our economy, where it's at, what it's become. What is your plan to try and change things around and get the economy and the people back up on their feet and going again?
A lot of economic principles in the past have tried trickle-down economics, where you give money to the top and let it spread out to the other businesses and companies and people below them. But we can see from past experiences that that just doesn't work. We would need a different approach. My party's belief is that we need a ground level approach. That we need to help give money to the bottom companies, the bottom people, so that way they can buy more goods, they can stimulate the economy that way.
Well, Owen Messenger, thank you so much for coming in today. It was a great pleasure asking you questions. We appreciate it.
It was a great pleasure answering.
I hope to see you soon.